Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. R. Kelly's sentencing has stalled, since when it was first scheduled for May 4, 2022 and was continually pushed forward for a variety of reasons, resultantly giving Kelly's legal team a chance to effectively prepare ahead of sentencing. The sentencing, which was first moved from May 4 to June 15, is now finally only hours away. A U.S. District Judge, Ann Donnelly, first approved to reschedule the singer's sentencing to June 15, because a pre-sentencing report had not been filed until Tuesday, April 5. However, the judge denied the RnB King's request to schedule the sentencing to after August, but nevertheless postponed it to June 29, writing in her order that it would be the last time she granted a change. His attorneys had argued, an earlier sentencing date would interfere with his constitutional rights against self-incrimination due to his upcoming federal trial in Chicago, which was first scheduled to start August 1. With sentencing now just hours away, it may seem like time has finally run out for R. Kelly's legal team, but there is still hope after sentencing. They have fought a good fight though thus far. It is evident that the team, led by Jennifer Bonjean, have explored every avenue to turn the sentencing, but it seems like there is nothing they now can do to turn the sentencing around. All they can do is wait and see how impactful what they have gathered in the weeks leading to sentencing can be, in helping sway the judge towards a favorable sentence for the RnB King. We can't refute the fact that there have been some wins along the way for Team R. Kelly, but it looks like hopes have now zeroed down to a post-sentencing game plan. Although Jennifer Bonjean and team have worked tirelessly to ensure all options that would bring fair justice to R. Kelly are tackled, it is inevitable to imagine that, had Jennifer been part of R. Kelly's legal team much earlier, then R. Kelly would probably be a free man, making his good music again and feasting our ears to his classic R&B melodies. All hope is not lost though in the R. Kelly fans' camp. According to fans' testimonies and comments, there is still a lot of faith in Jennifer and her team, and R. Kelly diehards are very optimistic that her post-sentencing game plan will see him taste freedom earlier than we may think. Although we are certain that there is no way any objective judge can sentence R. Kelly to anything more than 17 years, even the minimum expected sentence for his charges of 10 years will come as a very huge surprise, and as a partial win for Jennifer, given the circumstances surrounding the case and the nature of his allegations. As we wait for sentencing though, let's take some time to look at the 5 key facts that we believe will guide the actual sentencing for the RnB King come June 29. 1. No matter how hopeful, we can be certain that R. Kelly will not be sentenced to anything less than 10 years as he faces a mandatory minimum of 10 years behind bars, based on the nature of his case. Even Kelly's lawyers have since asked a federal judge to sentence him to the mandatory minimum 10-year sentence, for his conviction on racketeering and other charges, following his guilty verdict last year. The document was filed under seal, so details of Kelly's arguments for leniency are still not publicly available, but a judge might unseal the document before Kelly's sentencing and we shall be sure to share with you these details as they unveil. 2. Earlier this month, federal prosecutors asked the judge to sentence Kelly, 55, to at least 25 years in prison. Prosecutors from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn urged Judge Ann Donnelly to make R. Kelly's sentence close to an effective life sentence for the 55-year-old Kelly, citing the seriousness of his crimes and how long he was able to avoid consequences for them. According to them, the defendant's crimes were supposedly calculated, methodical, and part a long-standing pattern of using his platform as a larger-than-life musical persona and his deep network to gain access to girls, many of whom were particularly vulnerable, and then allegedly exploit them for his personal gain and gratification. They also cited the supposed risk that he would commit more crimes if let free. The government claimed there is little doubt that if accorded an opportunity to offend again, the defendant would do so, thus the request for a close-to-life sentencing. 3. Jennifer, upon joining R. Kelly's legal team, immediately asked the judge overseeing his case to clear his conviction and hold a new trial, arguing that his trial lawyers were incompetent, and that the singer was unfairly portrayed to the jury. She argued that the infighting among Kelly's legal team ahead of his trial last September in a Brooklyn federal court had left him with ineffective counsel, and that certain jurors should have never been seated. Although her request was rejected by the judge, it is possible that this could help sway the judge towards a lighter sentence for the I Believe I Can Fly star based on the fact that Kelly was not effectively represented in the case. 4. Almost every analyst agrees that the government overreached in trying to convict R. Kelly. It is argued that Kelly's trial lawyers should have objected to much of the evidence that was shown to jurors. Bonjean explains, citing that Kelly was charged with running an illegal enterprise for which they could not attain enough evidence. Bonjean also argued that prosecutors showed jurors graphic evidence that prejudiced them given their nature. More so, to convict for violations of the Mann Act, it must be proved beyond all reasonable doubt that the person was transported across state lines, for the specific purposes of sexual offenses, which is not proven for R. Kelly's case. 5. Prosecution is said to have overreached by including the racketeering charge. Under U.S. Code, racketeering is a charge most often associated with organized crime, and refers to any act or threat including bribery, extortion, or dealing in an obscene matter carried out through coordinated illegal means. Prosecutors said in the case of R. Kelly, that the singer and his inner circle allegedly recruited young women for their exploitation for more than 2 decades and in multiple states, justifying the racketeering charge, but this was indeed a ploy to heavily charge the RnB King. The government did nothing more than stitching together a series of events spanning over 3 decades, in an attempt to create an irrefutable mirage of guilt on Mr. Kelly, which made it impossible for him to receive a fair trial. If you have any other fact that you believe will guide the fast-approaching sentencing of the RnB King, please share it with us in the comments below. We treasure your support and contributions. Now, with these facts on table, we can only wait and see how sentencing turns out come June 29th. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.